spot closed, going to another, we ain't going home. Yeah, duck off spot, keep my fight, never be alone. Yeah, she know that I'm rich, tryna start a business, say she need a loan. Yeah, big dog status, smelling like a brick, shawty got it on. Yeah.
Welcome back to ChumChat, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 4, back with the boys. Just a recap of last episode, we did a Would You Rather with the Chums, so if you haven't listened or watched that on YouTube, go ahead and check that out. And this is a special episode. I mean, this is our first interview. A lot of you guys guessed from our Instagram. Sadly, none of you got it right. So it's going to be a nice surprise for y'all who were wondering who it is.
Missed out on $100.
Yeah, for y'all that guessed and you didn't win the $100, I'm sorry, but we'll be doing more giveaways like that in the future. So stay in touch with us and keep following us. Chum.chat on Instagram, ChumChat everywhere else, Snapchat, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, everywhere. So make sure you stay in touch if y'all want some money.
Make sure you follow our Instagram to stay up with these giveaways and these contests, y'all.
And
we're going to be doing them frequently.
These are legit giveaways, y'all. And before we get started with the introduction, I actually want to give a shout out to one of my friends who listens, Maylin McCaskey, if you're listening. She listens every day in the car. And then when we say, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing out, she goes home and watches it on YouTube. So shout out to her.
We got some big fans.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Emma Darnell as well. I had to get that out of the way. So.
If we're going to do shout outs, I'm shouting out Dylan Lamb. He's a real one. I saw him in the parking lot, and he was like, I can't wait for ChumChat. So hit him out. Hit all those people up on Instagram.
Shout out to everyone that
They're
watches,
our realest fans. They're our realest fans. We love our fans, so we appreciate y'all.
They are.
Well, getting into the video, we're having our first guest. None of y'all got it right. I'm going to spoil it and with this intro. Introducing a Wake Forest dropout, FC Dallas professional soccer player, as well as U.S. men's national team player who has played 19 games in the MLS with 2 goals and 3 assists, big time, as well as 1 goal in the U20 World Cup where he played 5 games. He also owns his own house at the age of 20 and is a good friend of mine and a first guest on ChumChat, and that's Brandon Servania. Do a little round of applause for Brandon Servania.
People a round of applause.
Hey, Brandon Servania. Our first guest, Brandon Servania. He's on, baby. What's it like being on ChumChat? First guest ever. Big
congrats, Brandon. Congrats.
Time, Brandon S.
You know you made it when you're on ChumChat.
Yeah, all those.
I'm excited. Cool. First guest, but a lot more to come. So excited with the first one.
True.
Yes, sir. So basically,
we get started.
Yeah, we just want to ask you. Obviously, you just got injured. You got an MRI, and you've been out. So how's that going? As well as like Jayden, he played his first game with Birmingham United Legions, where me and you and Jayden grew up. So what's that like just right now, where you are in life? What's your thoughts on like how you been, bro? How you been?
Everything's good. I picked up a knock. It's pretty unfortunate, pretty crazy. The last thing that I expected. Coming from camp and then just another preseason game, against LAFC, and unfortunate to pick up a knock. It happened, so just gotta move on, try to recover as quick as possible. Should only be like 2 or 3 weeks, so not too bad. Hopefully, I'll be back to the opener. But
that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited for Jayden too. It's big, huge for him. Signing his first, pro team and getting to play against Atlanta United. They had a crazy turnout over there, like attendance record or whatever for Birmingham. So big game for them. He had a lot of family and friends going out to see that game. So this is exciting for him and just happy to see him, progressing. So.
Yeah, big stuff for y'all. Big stuff. Can't believe y'all are both pro, man. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, you guys are next. Don't worry, you guys are next.
Hey, Tanner.
Trying to be.
We grinding though.
We out here. Hey, so Brandon, I wanted to ask you. I have a brother. I'm really close with him. You obviously have Jayden. He's our age. So what was it like? Kind of like, what was that moment when you got the chance to play against him in qualifiers last year at the U20 stage? Was that special?
Yeah, it was actually crazy. It's one of those things where it didn't seem real at the moment. Like it didn't sink in. Obviously, I never really played against him necessarily, like since we were like really, really young, like maybe 6 years old, something like that. Or 3v3 actually. Tanner knows about 3v3, but
3v3, baby.
So that was a while ago. But to play against him, in a competition like that, World Cup qualifiers, it was honestly crazy. It was kind of funny because there were some times where I was like marking him like on a corner or something, and I was just looking at him and I was like, I cannot believe you're here right now. Yeah, it was crazy, and to look back on that, it's just amazing. My family flew down to see that game, and it meant a lot to our parents, and yeah, it was just a super special moment for us.
Making them proud.
Joe, do you have any questions you want to?
Yeah, I got a question. I was just wondering, kind of to jump off the soccer bit, more of the lifestyle bit is like, what's it like being 20 and already living on your own, making a living for yourself, owning your own house? Like, how is that in the discipline that you have to have off the field when you're a pro player?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy thinking about that. Everyone my age or a lot of my friends in college or doing their own thing, but to have a house pretty early, it's a lot of responsibility, first of all, but it's really nice. Obviously, a lot of freedom and independence, but you have to be smart. It comes with the lifestyle of being a professional athlete. So, even a student athlete in college, what that's like. But yeah, just staying disciplined and knowing what your priorities are and setting those straight and not having too many distractions. It can be tough sometimes, but you got to put them to the side and focus on your main goals. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to just really quickly. I want to just touch on the fact that if y'all are listening, y'all didn't know, B just made his debut for the full senior men's national team. So Judd, edit a round of applause for that man right there.
That is big congrats. Big congrats. Been working hard.
But I want to go back. A little bit. So obviously it's like that could be the epitome of someone's career, right? But obviously, like us knowing you, we know kind of your story and your journey to get there, but people listening might not. So kind of walk us through what it's like to be a star at Wake Forest, run that, then come sign at FC Dallas, but then kind of go through like a rough patch, maybe not playing, getting loaned out, playing for North Texas, and then like just going to the U20 World Cup, killing it there, scoring, and then just going all the way up. Like how did you deal with that mentally, like on the ups and downs of that?
Yeah, it's obviously thinking back on it is a lot of ups and downs. And that's crazy now that you mention it. But yeah, obviously first year, or actually at Wake, being able to start as a freshman, pretty much every game, getting a lot of minutes, and we had a good team. We made a good run. So yeah, feeling pretty good from that, and then able to sign my first professional contract with FC Dallas as a homegrown. That meant a lot to me. They took a chance on me from Birmingham. We sacrificed a lot to move all the way out here to Dallas, and then being able to sign a contract was, a goal of mine. So that was a big, huge point in my career. Then unfortunately not getting any minutes, not making my debut the whole first year. Being loaned out to the USL team, Tulsa Roughnecks. Shout out to the Roughnecks. But yeah, getting some pro minutes, that definitely helped, honestly. Helped me getting called into the U20 national team cycle and just in and out of camps. I think that really helped me. And then, yeah, second year, obviously a little bit higher on the depth chart going into preseason, but then got injured right at the end of preseason. So I was, not on the roster for the first game of the season. Then, not making any of those rosters at the beginning of the year, trying to get minutes with North Texas. Obviously that helped with fitness and game rhythm and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously it was a little frustrating. You don't want to have to, go down to USL after you feel like you've, signed with the MLS team. But I mean, everyone has a different path, and I just had to roll with it, grind it out and try to get better each and every day. And then when I got my chance to go to the U20 World Cup, obviously that was huge. When Tab let me know that I was on the roster for that, and I was super excited for that. Then, we made a pretty decent run. Able to beat France in the round of 16, which was favorites. So that was one of the craziest games I've been in so far. Being knocked out the quarterfinals, but still proving that, as Americans that we can compete at that level. I think that was huge for all of us. And I think, honestly, that just helped me with confidence coming back with FC Dallas, playing those Open Cup games, and then progressing to, starting with the first team.
Scored a banger in the Open Cup game, by the way, in case y'all didn't see it. Top 90.
We'll link it down below.
We'll link it. We'll
link it down below. Check out his banger, Slight. Talking about goals, Brandon. Talking about goals.
Yeah.
What's up with the celebration? Just where'd it come from? We'll post a picture on the gram of his bow and arrow celebration.
We can flash the picture right now.
It might be the cleanest celebration I've ever seen. Just in case y'all didn't know, but just break it down where it came from and like what was the idea behind it.
Right now. But no, honestly, Jayden probably gave me the idea. Not gonna
really?
lie.
Wow.
Younger brother. Wow.
Not gonna lie.
Big ups to Jayden.
He did it a little differently. He got on his knee and did it, but
yeah, remember he did it at Dallas Cup, Tanner.
Yeah. We were in the game. Yeah, that was crazy. I can't believe it. Your younger brother taught you your celebration. That's crazy, but
I don't know about
big ups.
Celebration, but
I heard that he taught you.
Y'all are the cleanest though. We're screen sharing the.
Y'all see that?
The picture right here.
Dude, that's
bow and arrow. That might be one of the worst
I could do.
Dude, that is the worst screenshot. That doesn't look like
that's
anything,
the best I could do,
bro.
guys. That's the best I could do. Sorry.
We'll show another one better on the Instagram, or we'll just edit in the better one if Jeff is able to do that.
Yeah, I can do
that.
But
so yeah, that's the celebration there, and then so we're gonna get off topic off the soccer real quick, and we're just gonna ask you some lifestyle questions, Brandon. So first of all, I would just like to ask you, since you're 20 and you have your own house, and you're kind of here in Dallas, you've been here, you like it here. Do you plan on settling down soon with a girl, like marriage and start a family? Is that in your near future, or are you planning on going overseas and changing up, or is a family in future for you? Is there a special girl out there that everyone would like to be in this moment? What's going on in the lifestyle right now?
This is a serious question, but I think right now I don't know if I'm ready to settle as far as marriage and kids and all of that. But if the right girl comes around, we can see where it goes. I'm trying to be serious.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know about kids right now. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I don't really know.
You made it through teen pregnancy. So
yeah, congrats on that. I got a lifestyle question as well, Brandon. If I was to go into your house right now, and I was to look inside of your refrigerator, what kind of food would I see? What kind of drinks would I see? What you eating?
For the longest time, I'm not going to lie to you. The only thing in the fridge was water and Gatorade. Literally the only thing in the fridge.
That's all you need.
But now, I started to learn how to cook.
I've seen that.
Things.
You might have seen on the stories. But so now I have a little bit of chicken in the freezer and stuff like that. Some rice in the pantry. So now I'm leveling up. Right now in the fridge, I think there's a little bit of yogurt and some fruit.
Okay, that's big time. Obviously, Brandon is very successful in his lifestyle, and he has a lot more coming in his future. So that's why we love to ask these questions to Brandon, just to get an insight on what makes him successful. And I would like to ask you, Brandon, what do you think success is, whether it comes to happiness, money, soccer? Like for you, what really determines if you're being successful in your life?
That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like for me, being successful is just finding happiness. Honestly, feeling proud about what I'm doing, hopefully making my family proud of me and what I'm doing, and just working as hard as I can and knowing that I'm the best that I can be. I feel like that's when I feel like I've reached success. So not there yet. Hopefully a lot more to come, but yeah, that's the goal.
A lot more to come for sure.
I have a question for you a little bit. It's just to enlighten kind of some of our listeners. We have a lot of male listeners. So touching back on like the girls, you're a little bit older than us. You got a little bit more experience in that field. So Yeah, we were wondering, and we talked about this before. So to you, someone who probably not doesn't have groupies, but like those kind of girls could come up. What's the difference between a keeper and a clout chaser? You know what I mean? How can you
That's a good
differentiate that?
And I'm sure
Some
you get
girls
a
might
lot of
just want
girls
you for
coming
that
around.
money.
Yeah, a lot of girls will be coming around, especially U.S. men's national team call up, FC Dallas starter, like goal scorer.
Light skin, light skin. Let's not forget that light skin, curly hair. Come
six
on now.
God,
Puerto Rican
205
foreign.
repping, foreign.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
Ladies, he's single, by the way.
That's a good question. Like, there are definitely, you can tell, or when I was able to tell, is when like something like good happens, like you reach an accomplishment. Like, let's say, like when I first signed, you see people that have never talked to you that are hitting your line, like blowing your phone up, trying to hang out, even though a week ago they never talked to you or didn't want to hang out with you. Or like when I got my first national team, senior team call up, a lot of people saying, I mean, not saying congrats, but trying to like hang out. I feel like that was kind of iffy. Yeah. I mean, obviously when girls are talking about money and wanting you to buy them expensive stuff, that's a no-go for me, especially right out the gate.
Dang. Ballsy on their part.
Yeah, that's kind of ballsy.
That's kind of disrespectful.
It's
happened before. Let me tell you, it has happened.
That is disrespectful.
It's happened.
Give us a story. You don't have to name names.
Give us a story.
No names.
No names, but the story.
Let's call her.
Girls ask you for red.
Nope.
Let's call.
When girls ask you for the Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks, the all red ones.
What was the relationship status when she asked you this? Were y'all talking? Were y'all just friends? Were y'all distant friends?
We just started talking.
Just started talking. She's already asking for Balenciagas, so you know what she's in it for.
Red flag.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're out there, girl, too early.
Shame on you.
Wait till Christmas.
wait till you leave.
Wait till y'all married.
Hey boys, be careful right now. Be careful right now to our male listeners, because there are a lot of girls right now just trying to get with you because Valentine's Day is coming up. So
big facts.
Be careful of that. Every one of our male listeners is listening right now.
And female listeners.
Female listeners too. But kind of to wrap up the podcast, I was gonna get Judd. You have the quick fire questions or no?
Sure, I can think of some.
You don't have any?
We can each go one. I thought we were each gonna go one.
Well, before we ask that, I was gonna ask you, Brandon, about the money, since we're kind of on the topic. What do you spend your money on? Like, if it's like, are you one of those people that's like gets money and then you spend it right away and you spend it on stuff? Because obviously you bought a car, you bought a house, whatever. But what do you have for people that are just signing pro and all these young, rappers and all these people that acquire money at such a young age? What's your advice to them? And kind of what do you do with your money? You don't necessarily have to tell all the details, but do you have a saving plan? You have limits on monthly spending? Like, what's your topic on money? Just your overall thoughts on that and how you deal with it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, whenever you come upon a large amount of money, like out of nowhere, you're not used to it. It's, your eyes light up and you want to buy everything you see. But no, you have to be smart. You have to. For me, my first year, I was still staying in my parents' house, trying to save as much money as I could. And yeah, that's how I was able to buy the car and then buy the house this year. And then, you have to enjoy it a little bit, buy a few things that you enjoy. I have a few.
Yeah. You got to spend it a little bit.
But you have to be smart. Like I'm starting to invest now.
Okay.
Money moves.
Hold on a second.
Money moves.
A little bit smart.
Let me shout out Robert Burns. He's a financial advisor for Merrill Lynch. I can slide him. I can slide you his contact info if you need someone.
We love when you plug your parents. Shout out Robert.
Shout out Robert. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you some quick fire questions.
Let's shift over to the rapid fire questions.
Just to end up finish up this little podcast we got going on. So if you could buy any type of food right now, what would it be?
Sushi.
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 Okay, keep going. My bad.
If you could be an animal, what would it be and why?
An eagle.
Why?
Because just to see the world from a different perspective, being able to fly, that'd be.
Oh,
sick.
that's so corny.
Okay.
That
is kind of corny.
Tell me not.
Kind of corny.
That would be
I'd have been a
nice.
tiger or a lion or something.
Yeah,
King
true.
of the jungle,
Something
something.
dope like that. All
What,
right.
what are you gonna do that a lion that you can't do right now?
Run
Oh
faster.
my God.
Be a cheetah.
No, a bird's a good shout though, but you kind of like put it a weird way, like I'll see the world differently. You could have just
It
said
was
fly.
like he tried to sound all wise and stuff like that. It was like,
Yeah.
Hey,
These
that
are
was a
supposed
good
to be
answer.
rapid fire questions, and we're taking them
All
kind
right, rapid fire.
of. Are you a morning or night person?
Morning.
What's your favorite
No,
movie?
that's a lie. Night.
That's a lie.
Okay. Continue. Rapid fire.
What's your favorite movie?
Nacho Libre.
What's the worst job you can think of?
Trash.
I got one. Go-to dance move at the function.
Right now,
Yeah.
Right now,
the mop.
the mop.
Okay.
All right.
That's class. That's class.
What's the first
That's
thing I
all
noticed in a girl?
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa. This is kid friendly. This is kid friendly, by the way.
Easy 13.
Yeah, I just look at her face and see if she's beautiful or not to me, and then I'll proceed to get to know her. That's huge. Personality is huge.
Personality.
Face has got to be nice first, huh?
Are you done, Justin? Because you're just being quiet.
What did you say?
I think. What did you say, Judd?
Yeah, I said, but her face has got to be right first, huh?
I mean,
Don't take advice from Judd.
you
That's
don't
all I
want to
have
wake
for
up to a
rapid
girl
fire.
that you don't find attractive, you know?
Exactly.
That's all the rapid fire I have. They took long.
Nah, give me some more. That was like
Alright.
4 in the clip.
Okay, gold or silver?
Gold.
What's your favorite color?
What did you say?
What's your
Favorite
favorite
color.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
You got any pet peeves?
When people bite the fork.
Mother or father?
Oh,
What?
Do you prefer your mother or your father?
dude, that's harsh.
I'm not answering that.
Pass.
Chipotle or Moe's?
Ooh, that's a good shout. But Chipotle.
Cold or hot?
We boys. Cold or hot? What are you saying, Judd?
Does he like it colder or hotter?
Does he like what, colder or hotter? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Like the weather. Does he like it warmer or colder?
Warmer.
Warmer? It's from Puerto
Weather
Rico,
dry.
bro. What kind of question was that?
It's a rapid fire
I
question.
thought you were
That's
talking
what-
about like if you had to be cold or hot, you know? That type of question.
Well, obviously these rapid fire questions need work. 'Cause
Yeah, that was your fault. You were on that. You were supposed to be on that.
I have a
Yeah,
list.
Judd.
That's why me and Tanner
Honestly,
mostly
Judd,
carried the
we
same
run
on our back
I mean,
as well
honestly,
as
yeah.
Am I here?
doing
You're here,
nothing.
Judd. Unfortunately,
Don't say unfortunately. You love my.
no,
presence.
we're proud to have Judd on.
Thank
We'd
you.
like to thank Brandon for being our first guest. Big
Let's
shout
give him a round
out.
of applause. Let's give him a round of applause again.
Round of
Thank you so
applause.
much. We appreciate it.
Follow him on the gram. What
link
is it,
it
Brandon
down.
Servania 8 or something? Shout out your gram. We'll link it in the video. Click on it. Follow him
It's
He's-
simple.
he's-
Just at Brandon Servania. Simple.
at
All right,
Brandon
go follow
Servania.
him.
That's what happens
Show
when you
love.
get clout.
Nah.
So, honestly, big achievements by this man. He's got a lot more coming. U.S. men's national team, watch out. He's going to be in the World Cup. Olympics. You going to Olympics or what? Shout it. You could say.
I'm hoping. That's the goal.
Hoping
We'll
Olympics.
see.
That'd be crazy.
Olympian.
That'll be crazy.
That'll
He's
be-
about to start the season. Hopefully he'll be back. Starting midfielder. About to rack up some goals. I hope you get more goals this season, honestly. 2 goals, 1 game. Fam.
Yeah,
We need more bow and arrow
bring up bow and
celebrations.
arrow A little bit more. Just for
We
you.
need more bow and arrow. Yeah, we need more of that.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Brandon for coming on. We're gonna leave it off there. Thank you for tuning into another episode of ChumChat. Go subscribe to our YouTube. Go follow our Insta, and just be great today.
Go get
Let's
it.
go, baby.
That.